We did it, y'all. Finally. It has been a day. It has been a day. If you were not in the Comic Con Readathon Discord, my air conditioning went out in my apartment. So it has been a long day of trying to get that fixed. And it was still too hot in my apartment to stay there, especially not with the puppy. So I'm at my husband's business office thing, hanging out in their space for. Oh, it's still saying final sprint. That's not true. We haven't even started. So yeah, what are you guys reading today? I brought Dungeon Crawler Carl, graphic novel volume 1, and Clara and the Devil volume 1. So these are my first two reads for the readathon. You're okay. You want to say hi? You want to come say hi? Oh. Say hello. Say hello. Okay, you're done. So the dog and I are hanging out. He's off. Husband's off doing some business calls, but we are here to do some reading and kick off the Comic Con Readathon with some sprints. I am the captain of Team Bayfront, the green team, which is going to be the team that wins. I'm just saying. So shout out your team, shout out your reads in the comments. We have a Vanessa. She said, let's go Hard Rock. Vanessa is the captain, host of Team Hard Rock, the purple team. Got a Marina, the blue team. Checking in from work, but I have to go to a meeting soon. You all have fun. We'll be here for a few hours, so feel free to pop back in. Got a Shani saying hello. Surprise, no sprints. No. I was going to make these happen. I did not take the day off work to not do this. That was going to take me off if I didn't get to do this. Doggy. Yeah. She's still pretty warm, so and she doesn't like being separated from John, but it's a little better to keep her contained to a small new space than run amok. Beth is in the middle of DCC and loving it, picking it up again after work. It is such a good time. It is so much fun. I just want to know what it is about this book, like scientifically, that has gotten to everybody. Got a Lynn saying hello to Steph, Vanessa, and everyone. Hello. Oh, my mouse does not want to connect. So let's fix that. That's better. I'm gonna pop over here and start a poll for how long you guys want to do. No, Sylvie. Okay, first sprint, how long you want to go? So there's that. Cast your votes. We've got another Lynn. There's a lot of like multiple names, and I get a kick out of it. There's like 3 Beths on the Beth/Bethany's on the blue team, and it's so funny to me. All right. Abby Lynn, yes. Team Manchester and reading 9 Goblins. About to start when the tides held the moon in Winchester. We have a rope. Woohoo, I made it. Just got off some writing sprints, so I'll hop in here to read. Okay, maybe continue writing. Who can say? Hey, either one's good. I mean, I would encourage you to keep writing because that means you're reading less and scoring fewer points for the orange team. Or no, wait, you're not on orange team this year. That's so weird for you to not be on orange. You are on red team this year. Team Manchester, not sure which book I'm starting. That's valid. It is just day 1. Go Gaslamp. No, Shanice. No. Vanessa is 20% into Den of Vipers. Okay, so this is especially funny since they did make a joke about this a lot. The Winchester, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. They're like, we're not the lose chesters. But so far, Manchester has not won. So physically reading Game On at 45%, though it's like 70 pages long. Game On by Bex Devereaux and L.E. Eldridge, not Navisa Allen. I was going to say, that's longer than 70 pages. Got a rope! Sorry if you answered this earlier, but how is the pipe situation going? I'm guessing you mean the air conditioning? Air conditioning, they said it's fixed. It has not changed. So I'm giving it a little bit more. Where did I put my phone? Oh, there it is. I didn't want to like put in another work request like an hour after they fixed it. So I'm giving it a minute, but I also don't, since it hadn't changed, I don't expect that it's going to change that much. And I don't want to wait till the last minute when they're leaving to put it in. So we'll see. Oh, thank you.
You on?
Yeah. You want to come say hi? There's the husband. He is on the orange team with Hannah because he didn't want to be on my team.
Yeah. Y'all about to go down.
No. Not with you on the team. Sandbagging.
Yeah, that's true.
Hi, Paula. I mean, you can spell Winchester without win. No, you can't. And that's, yeah. But yet they haven't won, so. Emily is reading the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook, which is book 3 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Paulina is reading Children of Anguish and Anarchy by Tomi Adeyemi. Finished Wind and Truth last night. It made me sad, made me mad, so now I'm trying to figure out what's going to work on me. Yeah. 'Tis impossible without the wind. When it has been as hot as it has been, it takes quite some time for the temp to go down. Yeah. It's not even really blowing cold air. It's just slightly cooler than the outside air. And that might need some more Freon or whatever. Vanessa says hi to John. Broken AC sucks. Yeah. Apparently it was like some wire had come out and was like, he said, flapping around. Go blue team. No. Traitor. Okay, let's see. End poll. So it looks like 45 minutes is the winner. So let me update. See, what's funny is the team is Manchester, but we call it Winchester because we're a bunch of supernatural nerds. Oh, I should change the colors on this too. But the cat's name on my timer has always been, we've always referred to him as Winchester. Yeah, it's, when I got home from work last night, it was 85 degrees at 10 o'clock and it did not get better. So that's still where we're hanging out. It's 85 degrees. Which granted, it's like 90 something outside. So that is a little bit better than outside, but I'm more mad that my apartment complex was the office was a bunch of jerks about it and hung up on me when I pointed out that the emergency number is incorrect. Look, I saw Bethany's video before your video because I was subscribed to her channel first. That's fair. And that's why I have other hosts and not just me. I want it to be fun for everyone and bring in more people and build the community even more. And so, like, if this is your first time playing, welcome. You're about to have some shenanigans. But yeah, I don't begrudge anybody for picking a different team. My own husband's not on my team. My sister is the two-time reigning champ. So I'm not bothered by people being on other teams. But with that, let's get started on our first sprint of the Comic Con Readathon 2026. Let's bring in, nope, that's not the right one. There we go. That's the one. Let's get this started with a 45-minute sprint. See you all in 45. And we're back from sprint number 1. I got almost halfway through Dungeon Crawler Carl Volume 1 graphic novel. There's some things coming up in this that I'm like, oh, I probably should remember that as I'm getting deeper into the books. But I love Donut. I love Donut so much. So let me know how much you read in that sprint or what you got up to. Where were we? If sister wins again, you may rethink it next year and be the only host for sure win. See, I don't care if I win. I mean, I want to win, but I'm not going to throw a hissy fit if I don't. And if, I do love my sister, so she can win. It's okay. But not this time. I'm going to put up a fight. Actually, I was just looking at that. So Manchester has points on the board. Hard Rock has points on the board. Bayfront has points on the board for party stuff. So that's following people, following the hosts, subscribing on their channels, that kind of stuff, or watching TV shows. That's on the party side of things. So if you are subscribed to the Literary Hype channel, you can go fill out that party form and get yourself some points for your team. As far as books go, it looks like Marina, Manchester, and Bayfront all have some points on the board as well. So we need, so that's Hard Rock and Gaslamp are the ones that do not have book points on the board right now. So looks like Gaslamp doesn't have any points on the board. Which, I'm fine with that. They won the last 2 years. They don't need to have all the points on the board. Let's get back to the comments. There should be a tenants' right agency in your town. I would contact them is what I had to do regarding my ceilings. That's a good idea. I will sick my husband on that. He's the one that does all the talkie. We have a Mai. Hello to Mai. I was talking to Sarah Henning the other day, and she was complimenting how great you are. I do adore Sarah Henning. She is so sweet. And her judgment on interviews weighs a little bit more than some other people's, since she was a journalist. So she knows that side of things. So she's a little more, she judges it a little more harshly than people who aren't from the business. So that means a little bit more coming from her. We have a Rachel to join for a moment. Can't stay on lunch break from recording classes for school, but just wanted to pop in and say hello. If I get my work done, I'm going to read the book Steph's holding later this evening, and that book is Dungeon Crawler Carl graphic novel. I'm trying to get Rachel into it. I'm not sure it's fully her jam, but it's funny enough that it's worth a try. So the graphic novel is a good way to slide into Dungeon Crawler world. And I saw Sarah Henning this weekend, and it was her birthday, and I got to give her a hug on her birthday. Rachel has Sarah's The Princess Will Save You trilogy. Maybe it'll make it onto the list this month. I have all 3 hardbacks front-facing on my shelf because the covers are to die for. Did you see that one of her books got turned into a musical in London? Like, how crazy is that? We had a Parker join for a moment. Can't do sprints now because I'm working, but wanted to stop in. And I will be on for a couple hours. We did try to get Sarah to San Diego this year, but the pitches she was on weren't picked, which is really just a shame that they didn't pick a panel about sports romance when we are in the era of heated rivalry and The Deal and Finding Her Edge. And I had one of those authors on there. Lynn got a chapter done. Wrote 2 pages of notes, took a break from reading Illuminae, and read some X-23 comics. Nice, light, fluffy stuff with no trauma whatsoever. If you read something without trauma, I'd wonder if it was actually you. Emily read 21 pages. Abby Lynn got 2 chapters. Can you submit points if you were already subscribed to a channel before the readathon? Yes. If you are following any of the hosts, subscribe to their channels on any social media platform, then you are eligible to get those points for your team. So it's also really easy points because it doesn't just have to be your team host that you follow. You can follow all of the hosts and subscribe to all of the hosts and just rack up points. It's a really easy way to get lots of points. Question about the party points. If we watch multiple episodes of a host's favorite show, can we submit for every episode we watch or only once per show? You submit each episode. So you can submit multiple times for the show. Just put 1 episode per form because it's only going to give you the points on that. The spreadsheet doesn't pick up on if there's multiple episodes. So do 1 entry per episode and that'll keep racking up your points. I too wonder that, Abby. I ate some chips that spring. I am jealous. I should have brought a snack. I did not think about that part. I brought lots of drinks. My husband brought me a Sprite, and I brought a Poppy, and I brought a bottle of water, and I brought a Gatorade because I'm trying to rehydrate after all the sweating we did sitting in that heat for 15, 16 hours. I'm off to fill out the form. Yes, do that. Get your points going. Manage all of 2 hours of Dungeon Caller Carl 3 today. It's not 10 p.m., so doubt much will happen now. Hey, that's still a good chunk. Be working on racking up points this weekend, yeah. And that can be submitted all the way up until the end of the month. So the forms will close at 11 or at midnight on July 31st. So end of July, beginning of August. And then I'll take a day or 2 to go through all the submissions and make sure there's no duplicates or cheating or anything before I announce the winners. So that's great. I'm starting a rewatch of Supernatural tomorrow. I love that show so much. I need to do a rewatch. Maybe. Well, I'm currently watching Teen Wolf with my husband, so because he's never seen Teen Wolf. No Gaslight points yet? Oh, how the turntables have turned. It is early. We are not even a full 24 hours in, so they still have plenty of time. Plus I know my sister's gonna be busy for the first few days. That she's got a seasonal job at a fireworks stand, so she is drowning in work for the time being, so she'll kick in later. We did just see reports that one of the things on her host list, the Dark Moon Blood Altar series, their official Twitter account posted that they will be at San Diego for a panel and activation and a floor space. So I need to get back onto that series and do some more reading on that. Because if I could get to be in the same room with and Hypen, maybe even meet them. I was very excited about seeing that last night. So, can we watch and read from any host page? Right? Yes, it does not have to be your team host. It can be any of the books. There's really no advantage to being on any particular team. We wanted the teams just to be fun, cozy, like just you're bonded with your team, but it doesn't have any advantages score-wise. I'm rewatching with my mom, who's only seen the first few episodes. I've watched the first few episodes of Supernatural a lot. A lot. I need to do a full rewatch one of these days. Is there a host who loves Survivor by chance? I don't know. I don't think any of us have ever talked about Survivor. I know my sister and I used to watch it when we were wee children, but I don't think I've watched it since season 10 or something like that. It's been a very long time. So, but I haven't heard anything about Survivor from Bethany or Kim or Vanessa. I wish, Paulina, as I've been binging Survivor. Fun fact about Survivor, the winner of season 49, Savannah, that's one of my former coworkers. She was like the only person at that station I liked at that point in time, the only person I hung out with. Because I had just moved. So as soon as we started becoming friends, and she's like, I'm leaving. This place sucks. So props to Savannah. Just started season 41. Oh, so you haven't met Savannah yet. You've got time. Glad that Kimberly had bones in the mummy. Yeah. Some of my author friends are doing a mummy panel at Tampa, which will be fun. Can't count how many times I've seen the first season, but that's only because I had the DVD for season 1 until a few years ago. Yeah. I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 5 on DVD, and then like maybe 9 or something. It was like whenever those Black Friday deals at Target, when it was like $10 for a season, and I was like, I would buy a couple of those. The host loves Supernatural. Does that count as Survivor? No. Rope, you and you're very good at trying to poke holes in this game. I don't know if you've noticed that we have changed some wording on things to make sure that it is very clear what things are. So don't you come crawling up here once that schedule drops and be like, this one artist from Batman. No, it is not the same thing. Oh, I'm on Blood versus Water 1, so season 27. Yeah, you got a ways to go too. So sorry I just spoiled season 49 for y'all. Oops. I almost cried when my parents bought me the whole box set for Christmas. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, I forgot to do a poll. So let me pull that back up. Okay, so this will be a quick poll. Cast your votes now for how long you want sprint number 2 to be. Would it make sense to hold on submitting books and movies until the schedule drops officially? Shows, potentially, depending on what they are. Like Grimm has been announced. They said that they're doing a panel. They're doing a reunion, like an anniversary reunion panel. So if you were watching Grimm, then you can hold those until the schedule drops. Other things, it's hard to tell right now. Like there's a lot of guesses on what might be there. So if you keep track of what you've watched and wait for, and then when the schedule drops, if they have a full Hall H, I'll post a list as well for the panels that count, to make it easier, because I know that schedule is a beast of a schedule. But yeah, so we know Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie is supposed to have an appearance. Marvel's gonna be there, but we're assuming Avengers Doomsday. But yeah, otherwise, like there's just a lot of still up in the air. So we'll see how things play out. So keep track of it if you want to hold on to those potential points. But yeah, I don't love that the schedule takes so long to drop, but I also want to have a full month-long readathon because it's way more fun to stretch it out. Mummy panel at Tampa, yes, please. I forget what the title is, but it's just gonna be a discussion about the mummy. My first time doing this readathon, and I'm so happy. I love the new people that are still joining. Poking holes in the game? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, you do. You asked about like Batman and Big Hero 6. I'm like, those don't have panels. And you're like, but this one person who worked on them. That was you. That was you, Rope. As in Grimm, the TV show? Yes. Bitsy is confirmed to be there, but that's all I've seen so far, is that they will be having a reunion panel and that Bitsy will be there. Oh, it's so good. First time or two. Yes, welcome. I love it. Happy, happy, happy. Y'all are gonna make me start watching some new shows. I mean, Grimm is a really good show. It's a really fun show. Great time for a new rewatch. Yeah. Yeah. I just wish I would have waited a little bit longer to get my husband into that one because we watched it like a year ago or so. Okay, let's take a look at the poll. 45 minutes again. Okay. So let's move on to sprint number 2. And I will catch you back here in 45. Welcome back from sprint number 2 of the evening. I just finished up. It looks like John's going to sneak in here. Of course, he comes in right as the sprint ends. And he's in a different shirt this time. You can speak.
What did I miss?
2 sprints.
Oh, nice. That's fine. I can't run anyways.
It's true. You're a lifter. Anyways, I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl Volume 1 graphic novel during that sprint, and it was super fun. I love this book so much. And so it's a good little reminder of some of the details before I go into book 4 as my audiobook. So next sprint, I'll be jumping on to Clara and the Devil, which reminds me I need to put up the poll. So the poll is open for next sprint. How long you want to go? Jump into those comments and tell me what you were reading, or if you haven't already said that, and how far you got during that sprint. So the dog is now staring at the door because John left the room. She's just waiting for him to come back for her. She does not like when he leaves the room. I am the spare human. Sylvie, you want to come and say hi? Come back and say hi? Up. There you go. Look. Do you see you? Come on. Up. Good girl. Look at you. Look at you. Do you see you? Yeah, you don't like seeing yourself? Okay. Oh. Abby Lynn changed to an audiobook and got through 3 chapters. Good progress, good progress. Which audiobook are you listening to now? Puppy! Yeah, she's back to watching the door, wanting John to come back. It's so funny to watch her watch the door. Also, let me know how many sprints you guys want to do. I'm thinking 1, maybe 2 more. Go till maybe 7-ish. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Ooh, I just got, what's it called? I just got an arc over the weekend of an Alice in Wonderland novel. Let me see if I can remember the name. It's by Heather Fawcett. Yeah, it's called Wondrous. Comes out in October. For the 75th anniversary of Disney's enduring classic Alice in Wonderland, this young adult sequel follows teenage Alice on a curious new adventure down the rabbit hole many years after her first visit to Wonderland. Alice is now 18 and going on an adventure, so if you're into Alice in Wonderland, you might want to keep an eye out for that. Or if you like Heather Fawcett's books, she's the one who wrote the Emily Wilde Fairy Guide to the Fairylands and stuff like that. Rope has to get going. Folks want to go see Toy Story 5. That one counts because the hosts love Pixar. No, Rope. Don't be the problem child. I do want to go see Toy Story 5, but I don't think I've seen Toy Story 4. I know I haven't seen Toy Story 4, and I don't know if I've seen 3. So my husband and I were like, we should probably rewatch all of them just to make sure that we know what's happening. But I do want to go see Supergirl as well. Vanessa did some work that sprint. Not having a productive afternoon, it seems. Girl, mood. This is not how I planned to spend. I wanted to get my podcast up this morning. No, did not happen. Got most of it edited, but I just could not focus because I was dying of the heat. Maybe I'll finish. Maybe when we get home, it'll be better, and I'll be able to finish that. Like I did work, but it took a lot to keep telling myself to focus. Yeah, I'm feeling that with the Dungeon Crawler Carl. I was checking on my phone every couple minutes. I'm so sleepy. I did not sleep much overnight, so. But the kitty did meow, so let's check that poll. Oh no. What? Looks like we have a tie between 45 minutes and an hour, so next vote wins. Anybody who wants to vote? Somebody vote. Or I'll just keep it at 45 since that's where the timer is. And I don't want to reset, then I won't have to reset it. Okay. I'm going to end that poll. And we'll do a 45 here in just a second. I feel like I have ADHD. Kyle has even mentioned something about it, but I can't really diagnose myself. Yeah, that would be a little more challenging and probably not go over well in the professional community. Okay, so let's bring out Winchester, and I will see you back here in 45 minutes. And we are back from sprint number 3. It's not as comfortable sit in like a desk chair for this. Maybe I'll move to the couch to do the reading for the next one. So I read Clara and the Devil Volume 1. I did finish this during this sprint. This art is like so pretty. Let me see if I can find a good one that'll actually show up on the screen. So yeah, like watercolory art. So it's really pretty. But yeah, so I read the entirety of that book and walked around and talked to my husband a little bit and let the dog run around and see him. Since it's a new space, we're trying to keep her contained, which is fun when you have a German Shepherd. Drop in the chat what you got up to during that sprint, how many pages you read, and I'm gonna start the poll for the time for the final sprint. Get that up. Okay, poll is up for what will be the final sprint, because I'm getting hungry. And nobody wants a hangry ginger. So drop your comments of what you've been up to. Missed the check-in because I was making dinner, cold cut sandwich, but I got to page 46 in Dungeon Crawler Carl 3. Good progress, good progress. How you liking it so far? 20 more pages read. So that's like almost 70 pages in. So you're cooking. 14 pages because of some reason I'm in slow motion. I blame the heat. I've seen so many TikToks about like the CERN thing, and they're like, oh, now I can't function, and like time is going slower since they started messing with that. So probably just a conspiracy theory, but that's something I've seen on TikTok a lot lately, and it's very weird. I'm liking it, like the reference to Jurassic Park and Frozen. Yeah, there's some fun stuff in that one. And when you get to the part where you learn why it's titled what it is, it's very funny. Also, have you seen the photos of the Dungeon Crawler Carl books in black lights? If you have not already seen that, you should look that up because it's really cool. I don't know if you just heard her, but she just snored. Oh, silly dog. Off to do that. Yeah, they're really cool. I also talk about that in my second interview with Matt Dinneman, the most recent one on my channel. So we do talk about that. And that's a good reminder that if you are participating in these sprints and you have joined the chat and commented at least once that you were here, you can add those to the party bonus. You get bonus points for participating in sprints and commenting on them. You get bonus points for watching any host YouTube videos and commenting on them. So if you're into Dungeon Crawler Carl, go check out those 2 interviews with Matt Dinneman. They're real fun. He is a delight. And there's a lot of interviews that you can watch. But yeah, Matt's one that is on there twice. And so go get you some bonus points and hear more about the Dungeon Crawler Carl world. And also Operation Bounce House. So that's the second one. We talk more about Operation Bounce House. And if you haven't already liked this video and subscribed to the LiteraryHype YouTube channel, definitely do that. That'll get you some bonus points for this readathon as well. Abby Lynn didn't read but caught up on BookTube and ate dinner. Dinner's important. I will probably be doing that in the next sprint. Probably. Thanks for the reminder about points. You are most welcome. Get all the points you can. Yes, totally forgot that I can submit this for points, so we'll do that next. Yeah. We try to make it as easy as possible to get points. Like every little thing that you could do can get you some points for this readathon. Which I'll take a peek and see if anybody else has added more stuff. Yeah, we've got a few new. Team Manchester definitely has the most submissions so far, but they're almost all graphic novels. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, there's a lot of you knocking out the following bonuses. So love seeing those points. We're gonna have some fun. This will be fun. I don't feel like doing the math right now. So people who participated last year and therefore are subbed to the host on YouTube can still claim the points. Yes. Yes. As long as you are still following, you can still claim those points. It does not have to be a new subscriber or a new follow. And we do have a new host. So if you haven't heard of Beautifully Bookish Bethany before, you've got a new host to follow and subscribe to. So there are lots of options to get points. I want to see if we can, I need to look up what the total of points was last year, but I want to see if we can beat it. We've got a couple more people than we did last year, so that's exciting. And you can still sign up during. So if you have a friend, invite them. They can still sign up and join us for the shenanigans. There's lots of different ways to earn points, and it'll really kick into gear here in less than 2 weeks, a week and a half, till we get the schedule. In 11 days, we will have the full Comic-Con schedule and know all the things. Okay, so let's see. What was the vote for this final sprint? Okay, 45 minutes is the winner. So let me pull up the timer. Sorry, it took me 3 whole seconds to get it stopped this time after the break. So we will have our final 45-minute sprint. Happy reading, everybody. Welcome back from the final sprint of this Comic Con Readathon kickoff reading sprints time. Since I finished both of my graphic novels, of course I came with a backup book. I came with 2 backup books. So I read page 28 of Die For Me by Shirlene Bowlby. Which no, that is not on my TBR. You'd be correct. But it was on my TBR last month, and I still need to finish that. And check in and see if we're still gonna chit chat about it. What did y'all get up to on the final sprint? Yeah, we talked about I responded. I just submitted one form for multiple bonus party points. Is that correct, or do I need to do one form for each act? Like, I include all subscribe to commenting here on one form. So just so everyone is aware, you can do one with you can do all of the following people on one form, and then up to one TV show or movie or podcast or anything like that. Unfortunately, the form does not understand, the spreadsheet does not understand when you put more than one thing in that form that it needs to set it up as multiple points. So if you are doing multiple episodes or like joining on today's sprints, don't forget to go log your points on the bonus party until you put like the reading kickoff or Comic Con Readathon kickoff sprints on this channel on that form. And that will get you those points. But if you're also watching an interview and commenting on that, then that would be a separate form. So I hope that makes sense. Otherwise, because it just on the spreadsheet, it puts multiple things into that box, and then you're only going to get the points for one of them. And we don't want that to happen. We want you to get all the points that you are earning. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have further questions, let me know. We had a Kim pop in. Kim is the host of the Team Manchester, which we call Team Winchester all the time. Team Winchester for the win. I hope everyone is having a wonderful first day. I'm home from work, so getting my TBR video uploaded now. So keep an eye out for that to go up tonight, or maybe tomorrow, depending on what Kim's up to with that. So you can see if there's other books that might get you some bonus points this month. Emily got to page 94. Going to finish this chapter and then switch to Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, for Christmas in July. That'll be fun. More book 2, then went back to reading and got 1.5 chapters. Awesome. My husband just got back with food, so after we wrap this up, I'm going to go eat, and then we're going to go see if the air conditioner has caught up with the temperature in the apartment. But thank you guys for joining me for the first Comic Con Readathon sprints, the kickoff sprints for this year's Readathon. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video.
Like and subscribe.
There he is. There he is, folks. And his floppy hair. Okay. Well, have a good night, everybody. Don't forget to log your points, and we will see you back here. I'll probably do sprints at least one more time this month, maybe twice. We'll see how the work schedule works out. But I believe Vanessa is planning to sprint in the morning, so check that out. Catch y'all later. Bye. Woo!